This lesson will discuss whether to enter detailed port sampling data or port sampling totals only. Your version of Toughman will currently be set up to enable you to either enter the detailed port sampling data or to enter the totals only. This can be changed in the admin subdirectory of Toughman under the profile setup. Before making any changes to the profile setup, make sure that you have considered the full consequences of the change. It is highly recommended that you consult with the Toughman database administrator in your offices and/or OFP staff at SPC for further information on changing the profile setup. The decisions to enter totals only or full entry will depend on a number of factors. These are briefly discussed here. The most important decision is whether you need to enter detailed data for your own fisheries analysis. Some countries want to do some basic analyses on the size data, for example, length and weight of individual fish. This will depend on the level of expertise your fisheries staff have in stock assessment. The decision may also be influenced by the need to show histogram plots in fisheries reports and so on. Here is an example of the type of length frequency histogram that can be generated if the detailed data are entered. Another critical determinant of the decision on whether to enter the detailed data or just the totals is whether you have the resources to enter what might be a considerable amount of data. Those resources will include having at least sufficient staff with adequate time available to enter the full data. If the decision is made that it is not necessary to enter the full port sampling data, then it is strongly recommended that at least the port sampling totals are entered. This is an independent estimate of the landed catch that is used to compare against trip catch from log sheets and unloadings data. It is important to note that for the longline fishery, the total fish not measured by species must be entered to ensure that the total trip catch has been accounted for. This is not necessary for the purse seine fishery. That concludes this lesson.